Welcome back, guys, to new live day trading episode. My name is Julius. I hope you're all well. The market opens in 1 minute. We are in the S&P 500 future contract in the mini future and try to make some money today. I hope you're all well. Welcome back. Let's get right into it. 30 seconds left. Okay, so we are in a extended short range right here, short trend right here. Sorry. So this is not particularly a range scenario. So I would like to go with the trend after the market open and try to get into a short position, but I would like to have a little retracement at least to those tops or to those lows right here. So somewhat in between those areas would be nice. Market opening, I'm ready to press the sell market button. We will start with 2 contracts in the mini future. So let's see. I want definitely a bigger retracement to the long side. So really to at least test the tops again. Come on. So this could definitely take a while until we retraced a little bit in order to get a good opportunity to enter the market. Right now, I'm hoping that this little retracement here is not the finished result. I'm hoping that the market will continue a little bit to the long side. With those trend openings, it's not that easy finding first entry in the market. But I really would like to see the market continuing a little bit higher, especially because I have to set my stop loss at some point. And really, I would probably, it depends on where I would enter the market. If I would enter somewhere down here, then I would probably set the stop somewhat at 79. If we would enter somewhere here in this area, the logical thing to do would be to move the stop all the way up here. But of course that would be a lot of points that we would stop. So right now market is not doing that much, isn't it? I'm still waiting for opportunity to get short here. This is not the retracement I was hoping for. Somehow I get the Star Wars line, this is not the droids you're looking for in my head right now. Oh gosh. Yeah, that happens when you have to wait for the market to do something. Okay. First 5-minute bar is already finished. We did not do a lot, but in the last few days the European session is very, very volatile. Perfect opportunity for a short trend. But now I would like to see the tops being hit. I am still ready to push the market button at any point. So now we are going higher. Indeed, 3 seconds left. Okay, that is a good close. Okay, I'm trying a first short right here. So now I can delete those lines and now we have to think about where to put the stop. When we get down here, the stop will be most definitely pushed down over those tops here, but only if we're making somewhat like a double bottom. Right now we're not doing that, so I have to... Okay, so we can, of course, do a stop right here. That would be pretty simple, but it's most definitely too far away for my taste. I don't want to stop with 10 points. So we have to move the stop further down. So therefore, I would probably like to have a stop at 79, like I said before. Okay, right now our entry wasn't too bad. Let's see if this candle can continue lower. We are in with 2 contracts in the mini future. Let me do that like this, and now you can have a good look at our open profit and loss. Now we are waiting if the market's coming all the way back down or if we're being stopped out here. Okay guys, I'm still waiting. So first bar closed negative, but now we are continuing the retracement, and of course this is not good news for us. And I'm also still not sure about this stop. Actually, I don't like the stops so much right here, but I definitely would like to wait if the market retraces further to the long side. I would like to wait for those lows to be hit in order to see if there are some sellers left that would push the market further down if this acts as a resistance. And of course we have to stop a little bit right there. I will need to leave the stop at this point. I think it's the right choice. And the market does not seem to be that volatile. Let me take a look if we are waiting for some news no news today. No major news today. That was what I had in my mind. Then somehow the market isn't that volatile. Maybe there's still some people having Christmas holidays or New Year's holidays. I don't know. Yesterday was a beautiful trend day. I could capture some points, but I did not record that session. I somehow find myself recording the difficult sessions, but I think that's good because it's way more entertaining for you guys to see the difficult trading sessions. Okay, now let's see if we can break the lows of the previous candle. That would be a first good sign for a lower push. Okay, so that looks good for now. The next step would be to wait really for the market to come back all the way down here to this point, to the 4,770 mark. And then I would move the stop loss above our entry point. But I guess market isn't that volatile, is in a starting range phase, so could definitely take a while. Maybe we can take a look at the footprint. Should we do that? Let me see. Okay guys, so here's the S&P 500 footprint chart. And actually now the market is pushing lower. We see we had a finished auction at the top. Here's also the value area low, and we're more or less there. I think we will at least make another tick, but it's a finished auction. So let's see. We're testing the low again. 125 contracts. Still enough for me to move the stop. We could argue 1 or 2 ticks further down wouldn't be so bad to make my decision easier. Okay, we're testing this area again. Okay, and we okay, now this is enough for me. I'm moving the stop above this high or above this one. Probably above this high. So like that. We can take another look at the footprint chart. So we at the value area low, it actually moved a little bit. I don't know. We're still short, so I'm very happy with my entry. You see we are $600 in open profit. Now there's a liquidity gap a little bit. So we're pushing down rapidly. Finished auction at the top. This looks good. This actually not a finished auction, but here. So that's all right. Point of control is now above. So that's also a good sign, which means that we have a lot of room to go further down. We should keep in mind that the European session was already in a major downtrend. So, okay, could argue we may be a little bit oversold, but in my strategy or in my point of view, there isn't a thing like overbought or oversold. I think the market can definitely, at least in day trading, go down the whole day, go up the whole day. You know what I mean? So I think you shouldn't keep in mind that the market could be overbought or oversold. Definitely the market can every time go further in the long side and further in the short side. Okay, let's take a look at the volume. Opening candle, 44,000 contracts were printed per usual amount, 33,000 and somewhat about 20,000 in the rest of the candles. That is a good amount. All right. The rest is like delta. We had a negative delta in a positive bar, which is also an indicator for maybe a further short scenario. Then we had a positive delta in a negative bar. So very uncommon activity right here, which means we had the delta indicates the market activities or the market buyers and sellers. And together with the candle, we can also identify the passive market participants. So these are the active market buyers and sellers. We see the active market participants try to push further long, because the delta, that's the difference between market longs and market shorts. So we had a positive delta, which means there were definitely more active buyers in the market. Now we're making here, let me just get that for you. We're making a little cluster down here, which means there could be definitely a big support level. We definitely made some clusters. So if I would trade the footprint chart, I would definitely mark myself those clusters right here and those, and we have a little range for us. But I guess this one is more important right now. Let's see if the second bar also can make some clusters. That would be definitely an indicator that we can go further along, but I'm not trading the footprint chart, which means that I will not abide by this one, but rather always take a look at my clean 5-minute chart. Okay, where was I? And I was explaining the delta a little bit. So this means we have positive, active market buyers. They want to push the market higher. They were not able to. The candle closed as a negative candle, which means there have to be a lot of passive market sellers that are pushing the market further down, or in other words, that are having a lot of short orders placed into the market beforehand, and the active market buyers are trying to push through them, but were not able to, because there were so many short orders right here that the market was not able to break through them, but then rather went down again. Okay, so this is like a little bit of a footprint chart education. I'm sorry if that was a little bit complicated, so you should keep in mind that English is not my mother tongue, not my first language, and also the delta and the volume could sometimes be a little confusing. So I'm first trying not to confuse the terms when I explain it to you, and then I also have to explain them in English, so could be a little bit difficult to understand. Don't worry, I will catch up with you a lot of times this year. I will do a lot of live tradings, and we'll do a lot of footprint chart analysis as well, so I have enough time to explain that to you over and over again in different scenarios. For example, right now this is pretty much a totally normal behavior. We have a positive delta, which means we have more active market buyers than active market sellers right now, and the candle is also positive, so there is not a divergence. So when you were scalping the footprint chart, you could definitely see in this case that there is a high chance that we are going further short. First, the sign that we printed the opening candle but had a negative delta, and then we printed this negative candle with a positive delta, which means, and also the clusters right here, which means we had a lot of passive market sellers in the market that placed their orders in further, more orders, and the active market buyers were not able to push higher. So when one side of the market is not able to push in one direction, the end result will be that the market will go in the other direction, which means further short. Okay, I explained enough. I'm bored of myself right there. Market's not doing that much right now. I'm very happy with our entry point, I have to admit that. And now I will let the market run. I will move the stop loss once we get 2 consecutive counter trend bars. In this case, that would be 2 consecutive bullish bars. This, for example, let me draw that. I have this little tool. I use it way too little. This would not be a scenario where we printed 2 consecutive bullish bars, because this one is an undecided doji candle and not a bullish bar. So this one would be not a sign for me to move the stop loss. I will really wait for 2 consecutive bullish ones. Here maybe the first one, and then again another push to the lows, and that would be a finished retracement for me, and only then would I move my stop loss line, which is also not an automatic stop loss, but rather a manual one. Actually, that just means when the market closes above this line, I will have to manually push the close button, and I will not be stopped out by my software automatically. I don't like that. This is a very big bullish candle. Let me just take a look at the footprint for a second. We're at the point of control right here. Yeah, those trades around the point of control most of the times aren't that comfortable, because the market, the point of control acts a lot of times like a magnet. So the market tends to, for example, go short, and like a magnet pushes higher, then it goes higher, like a magnet comes back down until the point of control moves, and then everything is confused. And the point of control is the price where the most volume was being printed on this day, okay? Just a little clarification for you guys. But I actually, guys, I can repeat myself today. I'm talking way too much. That will be not a pleasure to cut the video. I know that. I can repeat myself on this topic. I don't like all of those indicators, market profile, point of control, footprint. That's all nice to have, but it's really not necessary. I can see everything without it. Now, really, on the point of control, I can't do a trade here, because the market is also more or less 50-50 to either come back down and see this as a resistance or push further through. I would not do a trade right here, so it doesn't matter if I see it or not. The clusters right here, it's nice to have, but I can also see the market found support right here through a 5-minute candle, so I don't think that is all unnecessary. Also EMA and stuff, well, nice to have if you have like a 20 period EMA. I don't know, probably look something like this, 20 period EMA, okay. Fine. If you have a 50 or 100 period EMA, maybe it would look something like this. Is that so important? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Of course, you could do some trades when the market comes back to the EMA, but that's also like a strategy. Like every strategy, you got probably a 50-50 outcome, and then you have to get profitable by a good risk-reward ratio. So not my type right now, not my type. I love my clean 5-minute chart, and I also love to hang on to positions a little bit longer. Okay, now we'll shut up for a minute and we wait what the market is doing. We printed a first bullish candle. Let's see how this one can close. 4 seconds left. This is a very bullish bar, and we are at break even where I started this trade. So not a good sign. A lot of you guys will probably tell me again and again and again, you should take profits. You should take profits here and there. You could be right, guys. You could be right. I will hold on to the position even longer. Yesterday was a beautiful trend day. Let me show that to you. Look at this trend day. I could capture a lot of points here. I went... Okay, let me just... Okay, you have to believe me on this. I went short first here at the double top. Then this big candle was printed. Why is here a point of interest? Yeah, probably because I entered somewhere. Okay, I entered on this candle at the top long. And I held on to the position. Not till the top, but I guess somewhere here I took profit. And also that was way too early. I could have made 10 more points if I would have still held on to the position. So I'm the guy who, of course, not every day is a trend day like that. I'm very aware of. But I just want to tell you, the market could definitely go further into my direction. And this one here, that was a good amount of points, but it wasn't even 10 points. So there was still room to the short side. So now we have to wait what the market is doing right here. I have my stop put in. The market actually tested this low right here, so this resistance hopefully, and we're just gonna hold on to the position. If I'm being stopped out, then I will reverse my position into a long one. That's what I'm doing. I just wanted to show you the last trend day to emphasize my position on holding on to a profitable entry, to a profitable position. I'm not the guy who changes his entry point every few minutes. If I have to, I will do it. If you're being stopped out by a candle that closes above my stop loss here, I will enter a new trade and close the old one. But if that isn't happening, then I won't change the approach. I'm very aware that the chances are not that big that we will get another trend day today, but maybe some more points to the short side. So let's just wait. Okay, but I think I'm waiting, or I'm trading with you guys still about half an hour, and then I will end the recording. As I mentioned in the last video, switch my whole trading software to my laptop and take that with me, grabbing something to eat and let the market run. But we still have half an hour left, so let's just wait together. So guys, 15 seconds left. We made some short movement, basically almost all the way back down. But now the market comes back up, 2 seconds left, and I probably will have to do a long position right now, and I did it. Move the stop loss right here. We take a $175 loss, which is for 2 contracts not that big of an amount. It's 1.75 points actually. So we move the stop all the way back down, and now I am long. Why am I long? Because a bullish engulfing pattern actually printed all the way above my stop loss, and now I am long. Of course, in retrospective, it would have been better to take the profit down here when we were about $700 in profit. How should I ever be able to foresee if the market is moving further down, making more points for me, or is retracing at this point? I can't foresee that, guys, and I want to hold on to my position. So that is the reason why I did not take a profit right here. Otherwise, you could at every point tell me to take a profit when the market moves lower. Like, look at the European session. If you would have gone short here, maybe when the market made a new, or broke through the lows here somewhat, but here you would have maybe entered a short trade. Then you could have argued, oh, at every point you take a profit, take a profit, take a profit, take a profit, and the market went further and further short. You don't know when to take a profit. If you do that in your trading, it's totally fine, and it was the right thing to do, and it's the right thing to do a lot of times to take a profit. But for me, I'm trading a little different. I'm holding on to a position, I'm letting it run, and hopefully we can catch a good runner. I'm trying to move my stop loss further and further with the position in order to make some good money. So that that is the reason why you watch the videos, because maybe I trade different, you're doing different stuff than I do, and that's totally fine. We're all maybe in the same market, but we all have different approaches. And sometimes my approach works good, like yesterday when we get a beautiful trend day, and sometimes your approach may work better. Maybe you went short here as well, but you took a profit down here, then you made money and I didn't. Good for you. So now let's see. Of course, now I'm hoping the market will come all the way, maybe to the highs of today's European session. That would be very, very good. But we also have to agree that you can draw some beautiful lines in here and that the bias is still short. Yeah, that would be somewhat like that maybe. We still have a little trend line right here that is arguing for a further short push, but at some point I have to abide by my rules. I set a stop loss after the market made an engulfing pattern and closed above my stop loss. I'm now reversing into a long trade. So guys, this bar closed. We are in a good profit right here. And when we are testing those highs, it will get interesting again. Right now we are finding resistance at those lows right here. Let's see if we can get to those highs, and I guess then we'll get interesting, because I can imagine that a lot of people entered a short trade right here and put their stop up here like I said at the beginning of the video. So when this top will be broken, I can imagine that we will get a little push further to the long side, because then all the stops will be fished. That's just an assumption. But I am long right here, so I am not concerned right now. Next step for me in my approach would be to move the stop loss once we are printing 2 bearish bars, and then get to the top again, and then I would move the stop loss to the new structural point that would be created. I wanted to end the recording long ago, but I definitely wanted to wait for this moment so I can show you what I'm gonna do now. So we broke the tops again after this big retracement. Now is the time to move the stop loss underneath this new structure point, so more or less not far from break even. And now I'm just gonna let that position run to the long side. As I told you before, once we break this top, there will be a little bit of a movement that occurred as well. If I would close the position now, we would be roundabout in a profit of $700. And yeah, I'm gonna let that run, end the recording, switch it over to my laptop, grab something to eat, and leave the desk for a little bit. Thank you guys for watching for today. If you're interested in seeing all of this activity within the footprint chart and several other analysis of mine, then definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and stay tuned for what's coming in the next few weeks. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. Take care of yourself. We see us next time. We have a little profit accumulated today. Thank you guys. Bye bye.